Well, welcome to the Friday Devotional. John Miller here, and we are dealing with wise observations from the book of Proverbs, continuing series. In promoting another book, I'd like to promote a magazine for you that I am enthralled with. I can't tell you how many copies of Christian history I have. They're a magazine, an easy read, but on various subjects throughout Christian history. And this particular one that I'd like to show you is about Dietrich Bonhoeffer. And it says, as Hitler manipulated the German churches and oppressed the Jews, most Christians remained silent. Not Dietrich Bonhoeffer. And so I tell you, there's all kinds of graphics, photos, stories of who he was, how he was persecuted, the courage that he faced in incredible opposition. And anyway, it's Christian History Magazine, and you can subscribe to it. Well worth it. I mean, they have on anything like the Crusades, a two-part series on what the Crusades is all about, and you can read it's factual history of what actually took place. And so it'll deal with the Reformation and Martin Luther and all of that. I mean, various people throughout Christian history. Anyway, you can tell I'm intrigued. I'm not an expert in history, but Christian history intrigues me. So, and also, you can tell the origin of the Catholic Church, the Protestant Church, how it all began from the very earliest of the first Christians until today. Wise Proverbs. I want to just do a simple subject today, and that is the sensitivity of timing of words when we speak to people. And we get this from 25:20, Proverbs 25:20. Like one who takes off a garment on a cold day, or like vinegar on soda, is he who sings songs to a troubled heart. We want to cheer people up when they're going through suffering. The New Living Translation says, singing cheerful songs to a person whose heart is heavy is as bad as stealing someone's jacket in cold weather or rubbing salt in a wound. That's a paraphrase, but it's beautifully accurate. I remember when I had a double hernia surgery, I was in the hospital. I was in a world of pain, and someone just walked into the room there in that moment, and a friend. I mean, he loved me, and he saw me suffering. He said, "Oh, John, I got a joke for you. I got a joke for you. This is good. You're gonna love it." And I had to say to him, can I hear it another time? Probably needed prayer rather than a joke at that time. Proverbs 27:14 says, if anyone loudly blesses their neighbor early in the morning, they will count it as a curse. So you see, where our timing's off, our sensitivity to another person is off, and I think we just need to be aware. We may want to say something or encourage someone, and yet let's look at the atmosphere surrounding this person and what they're going through, because our timing can be off. 25:11 says that a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in settings of silver. A word fitly spoken, that is a word timely, the timeliness of it. You've got the right timing of a word. Sometimes, I have to be sensitive with Carol in this, that maybe she's haggard from the day, got a lot of things going on, and I want to bring up a subject right in the middle of that, and I'm not sensitive. Let's say I'm not sensitive, and I have been, to what she's going through in the moment, and I want to bring up this certain subject, but wrong timing. And all I'm saying is that, the word tells us to have sensitivity toward other people. Sometimes we can lack that when people are grieving. Maybe they've suffered a tremendous loss, a loss of a person in their life. And we hate the fact that they are hurting. And so we desperately, something within us, and some of us are wired this way, we just don't want them to hurt, so we want to, hey, he's in a better place now. You know, that kind of phrase. Wow, well, maybe that's true, but to say at that moment is probably the last thing you want to say to a person. So, you know, we want to be careful in our words. So there you go. That's just some practical advice, and hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.